Hey, it's Trixie. Welcome to the underground. I am wearing a sweatshirt in June, but you know what? We're better off in Massachusetts than we are in, I don't know, other parts of the country where there's tornadoes. I'm just going to deal with this cold and rain. It's depressing. I want the sun. My skin is too light. All right, let's get down to it. I saw this movie. Of course, it is Gay Pride Month. But I was watching this movie with Rachel Weisz and Rachel McAdams. It's called Disobedience. So Rachel Weisz played a lesbian that was caught in some kind of tryst. So she was ostracized from her community. So she moved out. She came back for her father's funeral, who was a rabbi, very prominent in the community. And she kind of kicked it back up with Rachel McAdams, who was married to another rabbi who was going to become like her father's successor. Okay, just let me talk about the sex scene pretty quickly. I've never seen anything like this in my life, and I've seen a lot of stuff, but I have to ask my lesbian friends. When they were together, I mean, everything was normal, and then all of a sudden, they were drooling. I think it was drooling, or not spitting, but the spit was coming out of their mouths and just dropping the spit into the other one's mouth. I can't even imagine acting that out. If someone did that to me, I'd pull her off me and run out of the room. I have to just take a poll and see if anybody does that. But is that what young people are doing now? No thanks. I'm not going to spit in any girl's mouth. It's disgusting. Okie dokie. Okay. So there's this thing called mom water. Did you guys hear about this? It has vodka in it. This is a... Thank you for not letting me have any kids. Yeah, I see them at the store where I work, and they're trying to be calm with their kids screaming and running all over the place. I knew that was never for me. You know, it's okay to have kids. It's good when you're old and they take care of you and don't put you in a nursing home. My mother threatens me like weekly that she'll haunt me after she dies if I put her in a nursing home. American Music Awards. J-Lo made out with a woman. Madonna's done it with Britney Spears. But I didn't really expect that from her. She did. It was a good performance. They had, she was dancing and singing to a variety of the songs that were popular this past year. And I saw Janet Jackson after a long time, and she just seemed like she was sluggish. Like, I didn't really get into it. Very slow, and I know she's 60. I hope I'm not that slow, because I'm going to turn 60. Renee Rapp performed Leave Me Alone. I never heard of her, but I guess she's gay, and she came out as gay. She's very aggressive when she sings. But I guess she said she was bi before. You guys know how I think about that. I never think that bi is real. I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm going to keep an open mind, but I've never met a real one. Let me put it that way. I give her credit for she's very in your face. A blog by Ben Weiss, an employee asked to work from home while employee bathroom was out of order. No, this I would not deal with. The employer said, no way. Sorry, you're going to have to sit there and pee in your seat. I would take a crap on his desk. Are you kidding me? No food, no water from like 6 a.m. This is his work. 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. I don't think so. Who would do that? That's like, remember Norma Ray? I feel like Norma Ray. Like, what are you talking about? I can't go to the bathroom. I would leave and just find a bathroom. I wouldn't put up with that stuff. I don't understand why people listen to their employer. Sorry. So the women's room was out of order. She said she had a health condition. I mean, I pee all the time. I could not hold it for 8 hours. Are you kidding me? No, and it's not healthy to do so. And what if you have to go number 2? So I don't understand why the guy wouldn't why I would have used the men's room. Who cares? They said that her health condition wasn't serious. Well, really, is that for you to decide? And the New York Times, when Trump was campaigning and Musk was palling around with him, he was using drugs. Oh, yeah, that explains a lot, the jumping up and down. Doing a lot of ketamine, and that affected his bladder. I guess he was using it all the time. Ecstasy, that explains all his kids. Psychedelic mushrooms. How old is this guy? You do this when you're like 17. He had a pill box that could hold 20 pills. I have one too for my thyroid stuff. I mean, he was taking Adderall. That makes sense. I can tell like he was on something. I mean, if you like Trump like that, you're on something, or you're on your way to Alzheimer's. He said he was prescribed ketamine for depression. Really? They prescribe ketamine for depression? What kind of doctor does that? I really then he says I really don't like doing illegal drugs, but he does them all. Trump said he barely knew Musk. No, sir, I'm just kidding. He was not aware of any regular drug use. One thing Trump doesn't like is drugs. Drugs and alcohol, because his brother died of alcohol abuse. And then he said, I think he's fantastic. I mean, no wonder his space rockets and his Teslas blow up. I'm sorry. Shouldn't talk like that. He is a genius. Glad he's leaving. He's a binge eater. Me too. So add eating disorder to all that stuff. And takes weight loss drugs. Why is he on so many drugs? I don't understand it. Is life that hard? You just got to take all these drugs? Look I experimented. I did some shit growing up until well into my adult years. But finally, when I turned 50, I smartened up. You know, he takes Ambien, according to the Wall Street Journal. That's to help you sleep. Man, I wouldn't want to take anything like that. Makes you groggy the next day. I remember like taking Benadryl, and I just read Benadryl causes Alzheimer's. They were saying don't take those kinds because I have allergies like crazy. This is bad. That white stuff, the pollen flying all over the place. That's all I do is sneeze, and I'm stuffy now. What else is going on? Oh, he urged his rich friends to have more babies because the world needs more intelligent people. No. This is like almost like, I don't know, it reminds me of like Nazi Germany. You know, when they want all German kids, and I don't know. I worry about those kinds of people. That I don't want to be like you. Don't try to make the country. It's okay to think like you do, but don't try to make everybody like you. A truck carrying 250 million honeybees overturned by the Canadian border. Great. Got to worry about the wildfires. Now the honeybees are coming for you. So the bees didn't harm the truck driver because, of course, he set them free, and they did swarm and attack the deputies. Are honeybees like that? Maybe they were just pissed off being in the truck so long without food and water. I guess they're trying to get them back into the hive. The bee expert says, give them a couple days so they can calm down, so they can get settled into their hives. I'm telling you, they're very, I'm not fond of them because I don't want them swarming around me, but I got them like right outside my porch. There's a big nest, and I don't want them disturbed. I don't want to kill them or anything. Like when I see them come in, I just kind of put it in a cup and then place it outside because they're pollinators. They're good for crops. Okay. When's the best time to go number 2? According to eatingwell.com. I go in the morning. I take Metamucil, and it's like clockwork because I don't have to worry about it like during the day. Like who the hell, when I was at work, this girl, she's working with this young guy, and he goes, I'll be right back. I had to go to the bathroom. He was gone for quite a while, so I take it he was going number 2. I would hate to have to go in a public bathroom with a bunch of people because I know it happens. I go in the ladies' room, and I hear the, it's sometimes your stomach, you can't you have to not hold it in. According to Will help me, Polish name, Bolsowitz, a GI doctor in South Carolina, owner of plant-fed gut, not really a good time. Anytime is good to go. But I disagree. If you go in the morning before you take a shower, you can clean yourself. According to my doctor friend, after you go, you can never be clean. So what are you supposed to do when you go to the bathroom? See, I don't like that dirty feeling. I need to take a shower. You have to be clean. And he said consistency is the key. So go at the right time every day. I've got rhythm. Yeah. He said rhythm is important. So of course you have to, it's schedule, circadian rhythm, Another GI doctor, Ken Brown, a GI in Plano, Texas, host of Gut Check Project, said certain times are better because of having a set schedule. Not at work, like that woman who had to deal with the out of order bathroom. Can you imagine holding that in for 8 hours? The morning shortly after waking up tends to be the best time to poop, he says, for most individuals. Yep. Brown says the colon seems to be more active during the day. Obviously, you're eating and moving. Peaking in the morning. Our body experiences a rise of cortisol levels in the morning. Like, you drink water, you eat, which can stimulate bowel movements. You don't eat overnight, so the stool is accumulating. I know. I'm sorry if you guys are eating. I apologize. Both doctors say morning's a great time to go. Yeah, thank God. Get it out of the way. At least you accomplish something during the day. After eating or drinking, our stomach gets stretched and triggering the gastrocolic reflux. It stimulates the colon to move and contents forward, moving the contents, leading to a bowel movement. And they said the reflux is strongest in the morning. Okay, you can continue eating. Okay, they call us Gen Z, born between 19. What is it? What is the baby boomers? 1946 and 64. So say like if you're born between 1954 and 65, which is me. This is according to Upworthy.com. I am a Gen Xer, though. I feel like a Gen Xer. They call it Jen Jones, and not Jim Jones, Jen Jones. 1965, I was born. They're calling it Generation Jones. I don't relate. I'm not a boomer, because you're kind of like near the boomer. I don't relate to Vietnam and all that other stuff. I really feel like a Gen Xer. Nirvana and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. All those movies about growing up. Pretty in Pink. Pat's coach Mike Vrabel reacted to the video gone viral with Stefan Diggs passing a bag of pink crystals to women on the boat. So he's in trouble already before he's on the field. And this is according to the Associated Press. Vrabel said conversation will remain with him and Stefan in the club. He's been linked to Cardi B. So, I thought he was a good pickup, but didn't he like tear his ACL or something? He's getting up there. He's getting older. But I guess, according to Scott Zolak, that getting rid of him is not off the table, so they're considering it. I mean, he would make a good target for Drake May. Florida has banned fluoride in water. They don't have teeth as it is. Really bad idea. Starting July 1st. Not a good idea. Did you ever take a look at Volusia County? They pulled their teeth out on Patrol Live. Forbes.com, Mark Travers. I always talk about this guy. He's good. They did a study, 3 ways friendships make or break your relationships. 1, they see things you don't. Yeah, like when you bring somebody to introduce them, like to a new partner. Nah, not for you. They sense if a partner's off. Yeah, one of my friends did. And she kept interfering in my relationship and ultimately led to us breaking up. But it was okay. I don't really... She was just telling me things that I needed to know, and I was kind of too dumb to see it. Too blind to see it, like the song. You don't see it because you're too close to the situation. So, the study showed if your friends like your girlfriend or boyfriend, it's more likely to last. Well, yeah, you're in the clique. You're already in the clique. If they don't fit in the clique... And, I went through something like that recently where my friends were, like, pretty harsh. Perhaps they were too harsh. Not if they approve, but what you think they feel. So, basically, if you think your friends don't like them, it's not going to work. Perception equals reality. Okay. I remember this woman I was interested in my 20s. And she was rich, the vice president of a bank. And... we went on a boat, and I remember, and she usually dressed in like skirts and really dressed up. But when I saw her, she was in like shorts and just not dressed up and didn't look as good as what I normally see. And because I kind of fell in love with the image, kind of not the person. And I remember I said to my friend, who was a guy, that's important. I said, should I sleep with her? And he said, if you want. Just the way he said, if you want, I didn't sleep with her because it made me think he wasn't attracted. Like she wasn't cute. Isn't that terrible? That's what kind of power my friends have over me. Researchers found strong friendships are having a close group associated with a higher risk of breakups. And I got a click. I got a clickety click. Yeah, bowling last week. I got 4 strikes. One of them was erased because my friend, I don't know, she didn't know how many people were playing or something, or I don't know what happened, but it erased one of my strikes. I got pissed. No gutters. I didn't do any gutters. So if you spend time with friends, and I can't wait to go to the drive-in with them, where the girls come in and you're with them, they know when you're happy. That's number 2. They know when you're happy. Not stressed. Your life is good. A 2013 study published in Personal Relationships showed the most important factor influencing approval by friends is your happiness and satisfaction. Oh, you can see it. Like, I can tell when my two friends are not doing well because you can see it in one of them's face. It's like, you look like you're dead. And I don't like to see people miserable. You deserve someone who respects you, not controlling. Well, don't put that on me because I really like to be controlled. Number 3, they may have different perspectives on what love looks like. So what you tolerate in them, friends don't get it. I get it because I like to be controlled. Some people don't like to be controlled. Or if somebody's in a relationship and they allow their partner to control the money, which is kind of financial abuse, or who they can hang out with, or their flaws. You know how when you're in love with someone, because they don't bother me. Their flaws I put up with because I care. That's how you know you love somebody. A 2020 study published in Psychology and Sexuality showed if you're committed to someone, friends say something negative about them. Really? What? That's not good. You don't take it to heart so you think that your friends are biased if they say something and you're into the relationship. Like, I don't care what you say. You're really invested in the relationship, no matter how unhealthy it is. Because you don't want to, sometimes you put a lot of time in it. It's like, I get that. I can kind of relate. I really don't have long relationships to speak of, but you kind of don't want to, I don't like to lose. I don't like to admit I fail, Oh, listen to this one. Left-handed people, is more common across multiple mental health conditions. Lovely. I know I have ADHD. This is according to second.order meta-analysis published in Psychological Bulletin. You're full of shit. They say, of course, ADHD's in there. I have that. They identified 10 relevant meta-analysis that examined intellectual ADHD, intellectual disabilities, ADHD, autism, depression, dyslexia. I can read backwards. Pedophilia, PTSD, stuttering, and schizophrenia, the lovely schizophrenia, and something I can't pronounce. Dyscalculia. What? I don't know what that is. They studied groups with a given condition, so you had to have it to start, and then they studied healthy groups, 200,000 people. So that's really a huge study. Across all studies, individuals with mental or neurodevelopmental, why are they making me talk like this? It's early. Conditions were more likely left-handed or mixed. What's mixed-handed? Oh no, I just dropped everything. I mean, yeah, I can drum. I can do. When you're left-handed, you learn how to do with both. Right-handed people can't do that. Here's some more doom and gloom. The Guardian spoke with scientists who issued a dire warning. We're all doomed. Some blue ice glaciers in Antarctica entered a phase of irreversible melting. Oh, and with the Republicans, yeah, we're good. We're in good shape. They don't even care if we all die of climate change. They don't even agree with it, that it's there, that it's happening. How can you say that when glaciers are breaking off? It's the last chance for humanity, they said. Forget it. We're doomed. Let's just admit it. They just don't get it. They don't care. They just want a tax cut. That's it. They're all over 80. They figure they're going to die anyway. China signed a deal with Russia to build a power plant on the moon. Boy, we're really getting screwed. And Trump's stance with China didn't do anything. Yeah, no kidding. Completed by 2036. I'll still be alive. That's according to space.com. Okay, guys. I love you. And the consensus was I should have given that guy a chance, but I'm not. I'm not going out with him because I can't. I've passed the point of no return. I used to date men in my 20s. I'm too old. I know what's going on. And you know what? I'm looking for a chick. All right. Love you guys. TRIXXI'Podcast.com if you want to abuse me for giving my number to a guy or whatever. I've joined a bunch of lesbian groups. All right. Bye. Love you.